Imagine a world where robots can write like humans. And also imagine the clash between smart robots and the rules of copying someone's work. But here's the catch. These robots, or artificial intelligence, AI, systems, might be using stuff written by real people without asking. This has become a big deal, especially in the world of law. In the last year, writers, a famous photo company, and now big news companies have said, hey, you're using our stuff to make these robots smarter, and that's not fair. They've taken this issue to court because these AI systems can write almost like humans, powering things like chatbots. One of the biggest stories here is the New York Times suing two big tech companies, OpenAI and Microsoft, in December. This is huge because it's the first time a major American news company is challenging the use of AI in this way. They're saying that these companies' AI tools, like ChatGPT and Bing Chat, can create articles that look a lot like the Times' own work. The Times is worried that these tech giants are using their hard work without permission or payment. At the heart of these court battles is a rule called fair use. This rule lets people use someone else's work to create new stuff, but there are limits. They can't just copy it. They have to change it quite a bit and not compete with the original creator. But how does this rule apply to AI tools? That's a big question with no easy answer right now. And because of this uncertainty, there are a lot of lawsuits happening with a ton of money at stake. It could take years to figure this all out, especially if the cases go through different courts. Now, let's talk about how all this affects the AI world. These lawsuits are a big deal for AI companies. Some of these companies are getting a lot of money from investors because people are really interested in AI tools like ChatGPT. For example, OpenAI might be worth over $80 billion, and Microsoft has put $13 billion into OpenAI and is using its tech in its products. However, these companies are worried about using other people's work to train their AI models. Who owns the data is super important in the AI race. Big companies like Adobe, Bloomberg, Meta, and Google have a lot of data, and they're making their own AI tools. Companies like Microsoft can easily get permission to use data and handle legal stuff. However, smaller startups might struggle to get the data they need to compete. What happens in these lawsuits could really shape how copyright law and AI development work in the future. Will these legal fights lead to new rules, or are they just a way for companies to negotiate? The way the law changes will be key in deciding where the AI industry goes next. As we navigate this thrilling journey of AI and copyright law, stay tuned for more fascinating updates. Don't forget to hit subscribe to join our community and be the first to dive into the next chapter of this tech legal saga. Subscribe now and be part of the conversation shaping our digital future.